Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I need a man that's a leader, and if I feel like you can't lead me, I don't want to be with you. You know, like you're not my type.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today we dive into an interesting video from a social media influencer. This is not a diss video. I repeat, this is not a diss video. She had a nice Q&A session and her fans were asking her questions about dating. She gave some interesting answers that provide great insight into why women in general are not approached in this day and age. Now before we get into this, I would like to highlight this first. Check this out.
You have to be able to deal with what you put out, because once you put it out, it's out there forever. And that's just how it is. Like, the internet is not a safe space. No matter what you want to tell yourself, it's just not a safe space. TikTok is not a safe space. Instagram is not a safe space. Although YouTube feels like a safe space, it is not a safe space. There's people watching you that don't have the best intentions. There's people watching you that just really look for something wrong. Nowadays, people don't even look at content to enjoy it. They look at it to assess it and judge it and see what was wrong. Why are you torturing yourself?
She's correct about the internet. The internet is forever, and even though it's not always a safe space, we can still use it for good. We're all about using this space and platform to help educate men in how to protect themselves at all times. All I'm offering is the truth. Listen to all, follow none. Let's get it. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
Are you single? If so, what's your favorite thing about being single? Yes, I am single. I am on nobody's time. Also, the way I think about singleness, I think about it in an abundant way. For me right now, I am 29 years old. I feel like this might be the last time that I'm single for the rest of my life, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Next year, I might get married and have kids. Why would I not enjoy this moment that I have right now, you know? Like, I'm just gonna make the best of it. If I wanna go out, I'm gonna go out. Whatever I wanna do, I can just do it. You know, I don't have to ask anyone, you know, or consider anyone. Not even ask, but just consider another person when it comes to, you know, my life. So that is the best part about being single. Just, I don't have to consider another person. That sounds very selfish, but that's okay, you know?
We talk about attitude, the mindset of modern women, the way modern women think. She thinks abundantly about being single. A 29-year-old woman has no sense of urgency to get into a relationship. Why?
Why?
Because she is not gonna die without a relationship. Her survival instincts registers no danger because we are currently living in the safest era in history. This is why the selfish nature of women is so visible in modern society. And it's okay.
That sounds very selfish, but that's okay, you know?
So without a sense of urgency to get into a relationship, there's also no sense of urgency to stay in a relationship. Check this out.
Your experience dating someone younger than you, ask me for myself, because I might end up in this situation. You know what's crazy? I feel like the guys my age don't even approach me no more. Like, I feel like the young guys have the balls and the older guys don't. Every experience is gonna be different. I feel like, and it also depends on how mature the person is that's younger than you. I mean, every experience is different. You know what I'm saying?
What she doesn't understand is that once upon a time, the older men were young men too. And they have learned life is a great teacher. Life is such a great teacher that if you don't learn a lesson, it will repeat it. Approaching women is not about having balls. Approaching women is like the art of war. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. That's foolishness. Because courage without wisdom is a fool's bravery. But that's not how women experience not being approached. It's always someone else's fault. Men are weak. Men are intimidated. Men are narcissists. What women don't understand is that an experienced man has figured out the juice ain't worth the squeeze. And she's gonna tell us why.
What's your type in men? My type in men is boss. I'm really not attracted to like a certain physical type, you know? I mean, yeah, you have like the tall, dark, and handsome, but like if you're not tall, dark, and handsome, like I'll be okay. But I'm really attracted to energy. Like you gotta be confident, you gotta be a boss, you gotta be like, I gotta feel safe in your presence. I like a masculine man. I just love energy. I need a man that's a leader, and if I feel like you can't lead me, I don't wanna be with you, you know, like you're not my type.
This is pure gold. They will always tell on themselves. Her type is boss. She's lying about the tall, dark, and handsome. Remember this?
Maybe the only thing you could say is that the other four are murderers.
Right, or convicted of some crime. That would definitely.
Child molesters. Psychotic.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we would say, oh, okay. Hello, Stu. Right.
So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna pretend short boss type has a shot. We're not gonna do that. I'll give her a pass on handsome. A boss type doesn't have to be a pretty boy. He has the status, the resources, and of course, a lot of self-confidence. She mentions energy. Women will know if you are confident or not. She will feel your presence, your aura, your energy. Just look at her TikTok and you're gonna experience a specific energy, a specific vibe. The man she wants is not gonna approach her. Not a cold approach scenario. Like I said earlier, victorious warriors win first and then go to war. The men who are not approaching her already know what time it is. A waste of time. Let's continue.
Do you want kids, and if so, how many? Yes, I do want kids. I want like 2, but if my husband wants 3, then we can have 3. So do you incorporate God in your relationships, and if so, how? Of course, God is number 1. I feel like I need a God-fearing man. Number 1, like spirits are real and you'll eventually become what you're around. So I feel like if you're not around people that are God-fearing, it's natural to be around people that are not. Like we can't control everybody and what they got going on, and whether it's work, whether it's peers, whether you go to events, you see people, maybe you go out. If you're really, really close to me, I need you to be God-fearing.
This is another reason why men don't approach women anymore. Because religion doesn't have the same impact it used to have in the past. Dennis, God-fearing.
The term God-fearing is an adjective used to describe a person who has a deep and reverent respect, or fear of God or a higher power. It often implies that the individual lives their life in accordance with religious or moral principles, guided by their faith and a sense of duty or obedience to God's commandments or teachings.
We all know that she does not keep the commandments and does not live according to the teachings of God. I remember this movie, Coming to America, with Eddie Murphy. Check this out.
Hey, the boys from Africa, how y'all doing this evening?
Sir, where can one go to find nice women here?
Oh, you got to get out and look. They ain't gonna just fall in your lap.
We have been to every bar in Queens.
Well, that's where you messed up, son. You can't go to no bar to find a nice woman. You got to go to a nice place, a quiet place like a library. It's a good woman there. And at church, it's good girls. Or this place here, where I'm going tonight, the Black Awareness Rally, it's gonna be some fine women there. Good, clean girls.
Church girls, religious girls used to be associated with good, clean girls. They recommended going to church to find your wife. I always think to myself that in 2023, his advice to find good, clean girls would be
Run! Get to the chopper!
How do you read a guy when you first meet him? Also, how do you read a room? How do I read a guy? I think I just like listen to what they do, not what they say. I feel like I listen to actions. I just need to see how he acting. Like if you about me, you about me. You can see what's important to a guy, you know. He'll show you. I feel like do not believe what a man says ever. Believe what he shows you. Also,
I agree with her here. Actions speak louder than words. When it comes to women, look at their actions. When you look at their actions, it becomes difficult to make a case to approach them.
Why did me and my ex break up? And honestly, if we're being honest, we didn't break up because no one was cheating. I mean, if he did cheat on me, I did not know. But when it starts to get serious, you have to really start to think about it. For me, I just need my equal. I have to make the best decision for me. I feel like everybody that you come encounter with is an experience, and I am grateful for every experience that I've had. I just think we just didn't work out.
When women say they are looking for their equal, they don't mean equal in value, okay? They don't mean equality. Check this out.
The sense of equality, it's literally narrowed down in my circle of friends to the point of, should a guy pick up a bill on your first date? Oh wait, equal, so you have to split it. No, I'm sorry, I like chivalry.
Oh yeah, so that's...
But then there are some friends that have pushed back on me and said, well, no, you should have paid half. Why?
Yeah.
I've never preached equality. Why?
Boss type is making more money than her. Socioeconomic status is gonna be higher than hers because she wants special treatment. Modern women want to be taken care of under the guise of independence.
I think I'm afraid of who I will become if I'm not doing all of those things. If I am not all of those things, and by giving him this one, kissing him on the neck metaphorically, somehow represents a loss to me, a loss of control, a loss of identity, and I black out in the sense of what now? How should I behave now? Who am I?
Men run into this foolishness sooner or later and ask themselves, what the F do I get out of it? Why would I want to have this power struggle? Why would I want to be an ATM to a woman? Why would I invest into a woman when I know I don't build equity? What's inspiring about a woman who's been run, ran, sprinted through? If you do a simple cost-benefit analysis, you come to the conclusion that the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
What or who keeps you going? God Almighty. I don't know where I would be without God. I would not be here without God. The strength that I get is from God. Nothing is me. And that's all I can say. That is literally it.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.